What's up, y'all? Welcome back to LockerTalk. Today we're here with a very special guest.
Coming from Dayton, Iowa. Actually, I'm confused because I saw it was Gowrie, Iowa. Or Gowrie, Iowa.
Gowrie. I'm not from Gowrie, though. That's
Not
where our
from
high
Gowrie.
school's at.
Okay. From Dayton, Iowa. Defensive tackle at the University of Iowa. Aaron Graves.
Some know him as the Gravedigger.
Yes.
Aubrey knows him as Hubby. We just call him Gwavy.
Yes.
Please welcome Aaron Graves. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm
Absolutely.
excited, dude. It's been like 2 weeks, and I had to recancel.
I know.
Like, reschedule every time. Yeah.
Speaking of recanceling, I know you were going through a sickness, and I believe you had cellulite on your face.
Yeah.
Just talk about that and going through that. And
Yeah, well, it was almost like a year ago to the day that it happened again. Last time I had the staph infection and cellulite in my face, so I was just like
So
puffed
what's
up.
up?
No, it wasn't staph this time. Last time it was, a year ago. And like my face, you couldn't see my eyes last time. They were like swollen shut and everything. It did not look good. But this time it was just like one day, and so that's why we had to cancel it last time. But I did look. If you didn't know who I was, like you would just think I was like just really obese.
Morbidly
Yeah,
obese.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we got a picture of it. We'll have to like maybe put it up there.
Yeah, that's all right.
Out of respect. Yeah. So that's pretty scary stuff. We're glad that you survived that. And
Yeah, we're doing okay now.
that's good. Because KB was like, that's our coach, but he was like, this happened like the exact same time last year, almost like to a T, didn't it?
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's like a hereditary thing or like every offseason I'm going to have to go to the hospital for cellulite in my face swells up. Because that's going to be annoying.
Does it hurt too? Or is it just like,
No, it didn't hurt. Like I felt fine. I was positive for fever too, but like that was it. And like it wasn't a bad fever, but like that was it. I felt fine otherwise. Just my cheeks were.
it's not actually called cellulite, like, right?
It's called cellulitis. Is what it's called.
Cellulitis.
Yeah,
So
cellulitis.
is that like the same
Cellulite's
thing?
something different, I think.
So cellulitis. I wonder if it's
It's like
kind
what
of...
Lizzo has.
Yeah,
She's
cellulite.
full body cellulitis. She's still trying to recover, I believe.
Yeah, cellulite. I saw she lost like 100 or 200 pounds though.
Really?
Yeah, she looks.
Naturally, or that was Ozempic?
It's gotta
It's
be
probably
that.
something. Does look better. Still obese, but it's okay.
She's trying.
I'm technically obese. I mean, if you think about it, you
I mean, we're all
probably are.
morbidly
Yeah,
obese.
Yeah, you
BMI.
two obviously are, but I'm probably not. But
you're probably just regular obese.
Yeah. You'll get there, though. The way you
You'll be
eat.
okay.
Yeah.
so, how's this off season been so far for you? What are you trying to work on body wise for next season?
Yeah, I think it's been going really good so far. Other than the quick stint in the hospital last week, it's been going pretty smooth. I mean, I think this is the first off season where I've like actually been able to train for the whole block with how like some little dinky thing get in the way, like either my back or elbow or like last year I was in the hospital for like 5 days, so that was actually like a good chunk of training. Like one day last week isn't that big of a deal, but like this is the first time I've actually been able to go through the whole training block, so I'm kind of excited for testing next week. See,
Processing PRs.
yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
When you went into the hospital last year for your elbow, didn't they find a bunch of, like, what was
Yeah.
broken up in there? Like,
It was like, I don't know if it was like bone that chipped off. I don't think it was. It was like cartilage that had broken off in there and then hardened, like calcified.
Yeah.
And they were like, it was like shrapnel from a grenade. There's a picture of it. All this stuff Dr. Wolf got out, and it was like there was one piece. It was like an inch in diameter around.
Right.
And I was like, it didn't really hurt that bad. It was just like it had been happening for so long. I was like wondering like if there's something messed up. So
did he do it in a game, like, the year prior? Or,
yeah, it was like after the Purdue game my sophomore year is when it really started hurting. I had that brace on for a while, and then like last offseason I was like, this just isn't going away. So then got the imaging on that, but it was just like a scope, so it was like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and I was back. So
That brace is sick though. The
yeah, I
JJ
know,
Watt brace.
bionic arm, dude. I know. I kind of want to bring it back.
You should just
Scout
make
team guys
aesthetic.
absolutely hated that because whenever they go to hit me, it would like scrape across them.
smart.
Yeah, I know.
Smart technique.
Break their arms out there.
I guess another, like, thing, so you had the opportunity to go to the NFL this past, or coming, I don't know how to explain it, but training for the draft upcoming.
Yeah.
What was the big reason for you wanting to come back? playing all year.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a big reason was that I was projected to be like a late round pick, and so like that's obviously a huge factor into it on whether you want to stay or go. But also, I mean, I think we just left so much on the table last year as a team, and so I mean, I definitely wanted to come back to like kind of unfinished business type of deal too. It wasn't just like I guess I have to come back one more year because I'm not going to be drafted high enough. And like Iowa's always been my dream school, like growing up in Iowa and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think there's a lot more that I want to accomplish here, and yeah, so it wasn't really that hard of a decision. Like a lot of people were asking me like, hey, are you like coming back next year? Are you like really thinking about going? I was like, yeah, I thought about it. I think I might come back. Yeah, it's like it really wasn't a decision though.
Yeah,
like it was pretty easy.
Yeah, and the guys we have too, like especially in the D line room, they're just so fun to be.
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
Stuff,
it's like
it makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, it's like kind of hard to want to leave. You know, it's like you want to come back.
I bet it's almost as fun as like the linemen like here. I mean, you guys probably have some fun, but not as much fun as offensive linemen, which is fair. But
you got some characters in your room.
You guys do too. What do you?
You have a very normal room.
If you look at like total room, though, like
Very normal.
you guys have a like weirder room than we do.
That's
individually we probably have like the weirdest.
The weirdest,
but as it's like total
saying,
room,
like
on average, yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to be calling out people's names for weirdness on here.
Yeah.
That's probably out of pocket, but
I would like our top two weird guys are probably Dunk and Pete. Those are
okay. We're saying names.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
saying
They're in a good way though, not a bad way. Very positive way.
Everybody's a little weird.
Everybody's a little weird. And then in your guys' room,
Who is the weird in our room?
I'm trying to think.
I mean, some of the stuff like Will says is just
Will-
outrageous.
Will and Gaffney.
And Luke, yeah. I mean,
For the viewers watching, we have two players that you probably already know. Will Huber and Chip Gaffney. These two get confused for twin brothers almost every day by people that have known them for 4 or 5 years.
Chip and Dale. We call him Chip and Dale. On the offense side, it's Chip and Dale.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Dale.
That ain't
Should call
Dale.
him Jim Dale.
yeah. I mean, our position coach KB still confuses them to this day.
Yeah.
And has known them for 4 years.
So Will's just chipped up with a mullet, basically.
Yeah, I don't know how he really confuses them anymore, but every single day it seems.
That's interesting. He does very funny. So you're gonna be a married man here in this summer.
We all are. Yeah.
I'm getting old.
How are you feeling about that? You feel different yet, or no?
Honestly, I didn't really think like it was really coming. Like it's not like real until this last Saturday. We met the pastor who was going to marry us. Like we went back to her house in Batavia, Illinois, and we met him and we were talking to him like about the day and like the rehearsal and kind of like how all that's working, like the logistics and like the timing of it and like what he's going to say and all that stuff. I was like, oh shoot, like we're really getting married here in 4 months. like otherwise you're just thinking like, okay, like how much is the DJ, like you're just planning like all these other details, like we need to get our venue, we need to get the food tasting, we need to do this
What's
and
the bar
that.
gonna be like?
Open.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good man. Wow.
And then like so you're just planning all this stuff, so you're not actually thinking like oh, I'm actually like getting married to this person that you're gonna live with and be with for the rest of your life. Like you don't always keep it in perspective in the planning process, but it kind of did hit me on Saturday.
That's the main part too.
Yeah, I know. It's like that's everybody's like, yeah, make sure you have fun in the planning process. Even though I mean, I'm not. Let's be real. Like none of us are really doing that much. But like for them, it's very stressful. And,
I feel bad. Like,
Yeah,
I
I know.
help. I'm like, yeah, those flowers look great.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's very stressful, and people are always like, make sure to have fun like during the process too. It's like it's kind of hard sometimes.
It's so fun to plan this stuff.
Yeah, it's like can we just skip to the day and have fun with all the people?
But you're having it like at Lake Geneva, right?
Yeah, in Wisconsin. Yeah.
And you're kind of keeping it smaller.
Yeah. The venue is so she lives like in a little community there, and they have a clubhouse, and that's where the reception will be, and so I think like 175 to 200 is kind of like the limit to that room to like make it comfortable. and so that's kind of what we're limiting it to, which is like really tough for us because we both know a lot of people, and it's hard to like keep your guest list down and while still making sure you're like inviting all your family and family friends and all that stuff. So it's challenging, but
honestly, you save so much money like doing that. Like weddings are such like it seems like a money scheme sometimes where they just make so much money.
They're money grab. I
swear.
It's ridiculous, dude. And it just keeps going up. Yeah, it's smart.
Because they're like, what are they gonna do? Not pay for their wedding? Yeah. Like they know people will pay for it. Like
they're gonna keep getting married as long as people are around.
Yeah,
that's true.
Dude, there's some of Megan's friends like are dropping like over $100,000.
Oh my yeah, that's
their
insane.
Weddings and stuff. And
like, oh it's ridiculous
for one day, and it's just gone. But,
oh my gosh!
I guess you gotta do it.
It'd be nice. I saw the stat of like people who spend like $5,000 less on a wedding, least happier. Yeah, essentially they're happier, which I'd be totally okay with. But I feel like you just can't find a venue or like food and like get all like you said all the people you want.
No.
It's hard to like decide because one, we play on a football team, so it's like we're close with so many dudes and deciding who to bring and who not to bring, while like being on the team is like dang,
it is a weird.
It's just
thing.
Yeah, no.
It's hard. But
I was kind of struggling with that too. Like who do I invite on the team? Because like they'll know like they got that these people got invited and they didn't. But like it's also like at the end of the day like it's your wedding and people understand that like.
It's legit just a money thing though. Like if you could have everybody.
Yes, exactly. Like I'd have our whole team on if I could invite everybody if we had a big enough spot and everything. But it's like it's just not possible. But like we were looking when you were talking about like the money grab thing. We were looking for like a florist, and there was one lady that quoted us for a wedding for like $20,000 for flowers.
That's
like
crazy.
Like she just comes, sets up all the flowers for everything, and it was like $20,000. I'm like, well, obviously we didn't go with her, but it's like, like there were actually people that would pay for that, that are paying for that. Like,
just do fake flowers.
Yeah, it's like
I would love to do just fake flowers, but Amber loves flowers.
I think their margins per flower.
It's
got to be insane.
Probably making $19,000 on that deal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's absurd.
Yeah,
that's wild.
And you're getting a dog too, right?
Yeah, we're getting a dog in June, I think, is when. Like the mom's pregnant right now with the litter that we're gonna have, so I think June is around like when she should have all the kids.
What are you gonna name him? Or her? What is it? Him or her?
Let's not.
We want a boy.
Let's not assume anything.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yes.
It's actually gonna be a gender neutral dog. No, I don't know what we're gonna name him. My brother JJ and his fiance Savannah, they just got a dog, and they golden retriever, and named him Moose. And without speaking with him about it, like me and Aubrey were planning to get a golden retriever boy and name him Moose, and they just happened to pick that name.
That reminds me of something. That's like if I was going to name my Hawkeye Championship team, maybe like BTA, let's say. And then we get in the meeting, and then suddenly you want to name it that. That'd be crazy, right? That's true.
Have you talked about like Hawkeye Championship at all on this yet?
I think we
do they understand like what that is?
It's basically, if we didn't explain it in the previous ones, it's like there's 12 captains, 12, right? And then
16.
So we break up into 6 teams and like draft every player from the team, split them up evenly, and then compete with like team to team for just doing stuff right, making weight, service hours, like athletic competitions basically. So you're with Large.
Yeah.
Hayden. I'm with Jacob Gill.
I got Pitt.
You got Pitt,
Yeah.
So
a lot of fun, kind of stressful though.
It's a lot to manage.
Trying to keep everybody
and the community service is just love community service. Love doing it. But at some point when I think we set a record one year for however many hours, that was the year Tory Taylor was here.
Oh, I was on Tory's team that year.
They went every single day to Safe Haven. I don't know what they were doing, if they were petting dogs or if they were just sitting there watching movies.
Just tell us.
So he's guilty. He is guilty.
I would. Yeah, we would go there and we would like do our laps and we would like take the dogs out and stuff. But like there was times where we would just be on our phone for like an hour just for the sake of racking up as many points as we can. Which I know is not good.
Mm-hmm.
We do like volunteering and all that stuff is good for the community and all that. But like this year, I think we've done. We've been on the food pantry more than the Safe Haven. I think I've been to Safe Haven once in the food pantry a couple times. So
yeah, I like the food pantry.
Yeah,
it's just peaceful. You just kind of like
and you love
food shelves and everything.
Okay.
And
you should
take home some fruit snacks or something.
Smoke some food.
That's just not true.
I saw you, dude.
That's actually crazy.
I know. That's what I thought. I reported him. HR.
Okay.
Right. Anyways.
Literally stealing from the needy.
Yeah, we got freaking second that year. Joe Evans and Cooper, my captains. It was like neck to neck, and then they got like 100,000 points with community service.
The last week, it was Tori and Noah Shannon. The last week, they were like, okay, we're mandating everybody get 12 hours of community service this week. And like everybody got, like on average, we all had 12 hours of community service.
That's wild.
And Tori and Noah both had like 25 that week.
They
literally did a part-time job at Safe Haven for that week. It was bad. But the way we're doing it now, where it's like the perfect weeks count for way more, is so much better. Because nobody's having like a volunteer off or like the pictures. Like,
and that actually translates to the field, hopefully. Like doing the
exactly.
Just community service is good, but it's not going to translate to the field quite as much, probably.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
We were talking about the velocity-based training that we do, and just how that can be like a good way to measure speeds and stuff, but how it might be kind of limiting in how much weight you can push. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it really just depends, like where you're at, because like me, I was coming back from not having squatted for such a long time, and then I was doing like a lot heavier like doubles and that kind of thing, and so my velocities weren't necessarily as good. But I think a big part of it was I just hadn't squatted in so long, like the movement didn't feel like as natural as it had before when I had been squatting for like a long time, like in high school and then like my first year. And so I think part of it too is like, even if the velocity isn't necessarily like reflective of how like how hard or easy the lift should be, there's other factors that can play into it that aren't necessarily like reflective of how actually strong you are on that day.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's like one day you might be able to move like at like 0.7 meters per second, and then one day it might be at 0.6, even if you haven't gained any strength or like lost any strength in between that time. The speed might be different for like other factors, even though on that day you're not actually weaker.
Probably should explain too for those listening, the velocity-based training is something that we do now as kind of older guys in the program. Yeah. It's basically like a little string system that you attach to the bar, and it measures how fast you're able to move the bar. Yeah. And so basically if you're moving the bar at a fast rate, they allow you to bump up your weight and go heavier. So it's kind of like a self-regulating way of training, I guess, which is pretty interesting stuff to me. But
yeah, it is really cool, and like it's kind of fun, like competitive, to try and get like, you know, faster on everyone, and it kind of like forces you to go into every rep being as intentional as possible. Like you can't go into a rep like kind of lax, you know.
That's true.
Because it's like, I need to get over the speed on this rep, so it's like you take every rep as serious as possible. But
I do think some guys are like just naturally better at
moving it faster. I know, even though it's the same percentage. I agree with you, because like me and Pitt will both be doing the same percent of our bench, and he'll be moving it like 0.2 meters per second faster, which is like quite a bit faster than I will be doing. But then we'll do our max set, and we'll do it at the same percentage of our max, like our max rep, AMRAP, and I'll get like a rep more than he will, even though...
But it should all be relative.
Yes, yeah. But it should, like, we should, like, by the velocity-based training, like, he should have got more reps than me, because he was moving his 60% faster than I was moving my 60%. But then when we do our max out, like, AMRAP, I would get, like, the same amount of reps, or even, like, one more than him.
Yeah.
Even though he was moving his weight faster. You know, so.
The body's just a weird...
Yeah, I know. So it's like, I don't know, like, how directly it correlates to, like, how strong you actually are on that day, or, like, the, like, percentage of what you're doing. But I don't know.
I think it's definitely, like, a day-to-day thing, because there's, like, some days, you feel good and you're like moving way fast. Or some day like you move way slow, but you feel good.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
So good.
I'm like, dang, this feels really good, and I'll look at the speed and I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
it's like,
makes you so
like,
mad,
oh,
bro.
okay.
So annoying. That's the same thing with RSI, dude. RSI is the worst thing.
You're kind of bad at it.
I'm awful at it. I think it's a technique thing too.
It is.
Like Bo, who's 30 pounds heavier than me, is jumping 3 sevens on the RSI, and I'm getting like a 2.5 or 2.6. It's just ridiculous.
Riley Moss like a
5.6
or
she's like a 5 or 6.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I understand Riley Moss. I don't understand how some guys are so bad at it. But
I think I'm like about where you're at. Like I'm in like the mid to high two. Like
just
twos.
hurts too. Your shins.
It hurts my knees.
I hate it, dude.
especially
in season
in season when you're coming in from just like
gosh,
like rollers or the kettlebell warm up, and they come in and jump as hard as you can.
2 deep RSI. How are you feeling today? Everybody says 7.
3 out of 7 is like,
bro.
7
I feel like a 2, but
answer.
I'll say 7. You can't.
Yeah,
say
you
2
can't. You can never say like 5 or 4.
No.
Yeah.
Shout out Jeff Stern, man. He's always the one holding shit.
Yeah.
Where's he at, though? Do you guys know?
Is he like Massachusetts or something?
No,
it's like back home where he's from.
Is he? That
sounds right.
That's where Ben went too. He's at he's
from Bowling Green.
Bowling Green, yeah. He's from Massachusetts, I think.
Just where all the strength guys are from.
Yeah.
Out there.
Said making a comeback too.
Yeah, dude, that was big time.
Yeah. It was actually.
He's my Hawkeye Championship guy too.
Really?
Yeah. Shout out Said. He's a very chill guy.
Yeah. I think he's pretty reserved. He's a little more quiet to that.
I've seen him, you bring up basketball though. He likes talking about basketball.
He was holding us today for the stretch, dude. For the
dude, it was like 2 minutes. I didn't know if that was just
I thought he forgot about
us.
I was like, what is going on right now?
Yeah.
Holding us.
Me and Pitt were next to each other, and we were like, are you gonna be jumpers? We were holding that one stretch on the bench for like
5
a minute
minutes
each.
straight.
I know.
Started to hurt.
Speaking of stretching, you can do the splits.
Do it right now.
So we look at the stretch.
Dude, I'll pull a hamstring right now if I do it. I can do the splits though.
Didn't you do it in the meeting with KB?
No, we were.
I heard
it's actually funny. Yeah, so we were doing bowl prep. No, it was actually game week of the bowl game in Nashville last year, and so we were practicing, and we were doing some like pass indie drill. And I did the rep, and he was like, Aaron, you look really stiff right now. Like, this offseason, you need to do some yoga. And, like, you're not flexible. And I was like, I can do the splits. And he was like, no, you can't. He was like, do it right now then. And so I dropped down and do it. And he was like, you're so gay, dude. Like you're so gay for dropping down doing the splits. I'm like, you literally just told me to do that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so.
That's awesome.
That's
I respect that.
You're talking front or side? Splits.
Front. There's no way I could do the side.
Yeah, the side
I feel like the side one
Wait, so you
is a little gay. The side one.
I'm curious. So you went right like this?
Yes, yeah, the right one.
And I feel like that's weirder than...
And by gay, you mean happy, obviously, for the viewers.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. But
it's a happy movement.
It's a happy movement.
You're like, oh, I feel so free.
Yeah.
It is freeing.
Because you're like really flexible.
I think Dunk can do it too, which makes no sense.
That wouldn't be surprising. Whenever we do that one Sunday stretch in season where it's like the groin stretch.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like
he's a good groiner.
He's got the taint on the ground.
He does do it.
You know, it's like
the kneeling one.
Yeah, like I feel like he could do the split sideways.
He can drop that thing.
He can.
He can.
He's been known to do it.
It's important for linemen, isn't it?
He's going for that 700-pound squat.
Yeah.
Is he going for on next week?
Yeah.
Thursday, I think, is when we test squat.
You might honestly. The key is probably to drink just a bunch of beers the day before, because then you just carbo load, and then come squat time, you're ready to roll.
Is that what you're planning on doing, or what?
If I like beer, maybe I would, but I don't like beer, so I can't.
What's your drink of choice if you were to drink? I know you never do.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. I think if I were to like one, it would be Busch Light. Just like a Midwest Iowa thing. I think it's just kind of
with the corn cob on it. That one.
Yeah, I do enjoy the peach, too. But I do think the apple one is the best. But
they don't make that anymore.
They don't. No, it's like a limited thing.
Well, they just stop making what's good. Like,
I don't understand. Well, it's because they make us want to like yearn for it, like the McRib.
True.
It's like exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Because when they come back, they'll sell out immediately.
Actually,
No, like the Bush Apple.
Bush
I mean,
Apple. Yeah. What's your drink choice? I'm curious.
what would I go with? I like a nice Coors. Shout out Coors.
You do not like Coors. What are you talking about?
You know my
That's
life.
what my
You
man
don't live
drinks.
in my mind.
If you were to drink beer, you would never drink that beer.
What would I drink?
Not Coors.
He has no idea what you're talking about. I toured the Coors facility
You did do
in
that.
Colorado
Wow.
Coors sounds good, but I don't think I've ever seen you actually.
in a glass bottle. It's good stuff.
You just tell me. You drink that Mountain Dew. What is it called?
That stuff is fire. It's like Mountain Dew.
Oh,
seltzer.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Ugh.
No, it's
That's
actually
good.
pretty good.
Or a carbless is like what you like to drink.
What's
Right.
that?
You showed it to me.
Have
It's
you
like a
ever heard
lady
of-
drink.
Yeah. Have you
I've
ever
heard
heard of
it's very
Happy
good.
Thursdays?
I have heard of it.
Yeah, that's what Aubrey is like solely drinking right now, and they're actually pretty good.
It's like a
I hate
sweet
to admit it.
seltzer thing.
Yeah, it's not like bubbly though. It's not like
Juice.
it doesn't like make you burp.
Really?
Yeah, it's like juice basically.
Believe it or not, you guys might think Happy Thursdays and carbless are like women drinks, but beer has feminizing effects, and just like,
Personally, like
Has
I don't
feminizing what?
I'm pretty sure it gives you breast.
I have heard that.
I think I had breast before I ever tried a beer, so I think
I
I'm
think it does
You're
look
probably
good.
safe.
yeah. So probably can't make it that much worse.
Yeah, that's literally why I don't drink it at all. I don't want to risk that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
anyways,
Tequila's the best one, anyway, supposedly.
ugh,
You like that?
I don't like tequila.
Yeah, I've heard
I wish Logan lead us.
He does.
I've heard tequila is like better for you, like just drinking straight tequila, like good tequila, right? Not.
Like calorie wise, and it's not
Yeah.
estrogenic, supposedly.
Is that why Logan likes
He
it?
says a lot of things. We were just talking about.
Were you talking about fluoride? in the water?
No, I was talking with Cole.
Oh,
Haley.
you could have talked about that for an hour with him.
Could've. That was actually, we talked about that earlier.
Fluoride.
Yeah.
That was a conspiracy theory we were talking about. Was
Now
it?
time for Conspiracy Corner. Go ahead, mention it.
Thank you. This is our new segment. But it's not even really conspiracy because like we know that they put it in the water before.
Birth
Yeah, it's just
control
like
too.
whether it's
They don't put
That's
it in
bad
there,
for
but
you.
it is in there.
Birth control. Okay, yeah. They might though. The Matrix. The government. I don't know. I'm just saying, dude.
I've heard the birth control in the water, but not because of the Matrix or the government. I've heard like girls like pee in the sewage system, and like and like the birth control.
This could be a
goes
weird
in-
podcast to listen to.
Yeah, I know. And like their birth control like goes in the sewage, and then they like refilter it and then put it back in our water or something. And there's like traces of birth control in it. I guess. Is the
There's
theory.
no way you can get that out, like even with that filter though.
Aqua True. It's the best filter you can get, dude. I'm telling you. I can't
Sponsor
taste
us,
the
Aqua
thing.
True.
That would be
Yeah, I was
great.
gonna say AquaTrue.
Brought to you by.
They have a nice filter though. The Britas don't work though. I don't think that gets everything out. It might get the fluoride out, so I guess it's better than.
We're gonna sue us now for defamation.
Oh jeez.
Can't afford that.
We're screwed. I take it back.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So obviously fluoride's in the water.
Yes.
But do you think it's actually like negative, like this,
Harmful?
for like brain health and stuff like that?
I don't know. I did exercise science for my undergrad, and I asked my nutrition and health professor about this because Logan had been bringing it up a bunch, and I told him I would ask my professor, and she said no, like it's not a bad thing, like there's not enough evidence to say at all that like fluoride in our water is a bad thing, because like it was made originally to like help with like teeth health,
Yeah.
and that kind of thing, and it actually is good like for your teeth, like cleaning, I guess. And so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the amount now is pretty like high. I'm sure Logan could explain it way better, but she could be being paid off by Pfizer or some big company,
Oh,
That is true.
so
gotta
you
get
never know.
Fluoride-free toothpaste. That's what I have. The Tom's. I mean,
That sounds fire.
it tastes like crap, but I mean, there's no fluoride in
I like
it.
the baking soda Toms.
Really? For your teeth?
Yeah.
I think
It's got baking soda in
there. Oh,
Yeah, I've done it. So,
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
interesting.
So we were talking about exercise science was your degree because you wanted to be a strength coach originally, no?
Yeah, I did originally.
And Logan did too. So why is everybody not wanting to be strength coaches now?
I think for me, it's when I saw like the schedule of our strength coaches at Iowa, and I was like, I don't know if waking up at like 3:30 in the morning is something I want to do every week. And it's like,
I seem to love it though.
yeah, I know. I'm not saying I
flat
wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy like the actual job part of it, but I think like just the scheduling and like wanting to like have a family and stuff while doing that. And I feel like a lot of them, to be successful, they kind of have to bounce around quite a bit. It's like the early part of their careers, kind of like coaches. I don't really want to do that. So
our strength staff are animals though. Like
yeah,
Coach Ray probably works out at like 3 in the morning.
He does. He works out before the first group.
I feel like I've seen him on like runs.
Before.
He does. Like in season.
Stuff, yeah. Crazy.
And Cody, like I'll see Cody in the weight room in the afternoon, just with his headphones on, like tatted up. I'm just thinking like.
On the treadmill.
Dude, he's like a former Marine. Like
he goes with that sleeveless, like the cutoff hoodie. You know, he's just in that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. He's got the beats on.
Yeah.
Their routine's like so dialed in each day.
I know.
Like you know where they'll be. They'll be coaching, working out, and then Coach Myers in the hot tub every day.
Yeah, watching some show. I don't know what it is. I think I heard him over like talking about Game of Thrones today. That might be what it is because he was very interested. Yeah.
We were talking about how I think Hawkinson just got like I don't know what kind of truck it was, but some old like refurbished nice truck. We were talking about how like we went to Duffy's for that. Were you at that event? At the car place where they had like the Lambo and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I was at the one auction one. I don't know if you were there. I was at one with YA, and they had a bunch of like old like 70s, 60s cars. Yeah. I think it was a different one though.
They're sweet.
Yeah, they are pretty cool.
The one dude, there's this one worker. If you listen to this, that's awesome. But he was at Duffy's, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I used to be in a really dark place. I was like addicted to all these drugs, and then one day I did so many drugs that I just woke up and I knew how to like work on these cars. Like unlocked his brain or something."
That's awesome. Yeah, good for him.
Just think about how many people are out there that are like limiting their potential by not doing drugs.
That's so true. Yeah,
that's a great point.
I teach that more to people.
Yeah, that should be like on a t-shirt.
Do drugs?
Yeah, like
do drugs.
This guy literally made a livelihood out of the skill he got just from doing drugs.
Yeah. That's like a lot of people, like all the actors in Hollywood and stuff too.
Yeah, that's true. But that's like reverse. Like they had the skill first, and then
Charlie Sheen.
This guy did drugs, then made it.
Lawrence Taylor, cocaine.
It's true. We were talking about that in one of my classes today. Like how all the players in like the 70s and 80s would just snort coke in the locker room before.
So they're dogs, dude. It's impressive. Marshawn Lynch, Hennessy before games, take a shot.
Yeah,
I respect it.
I did hear about that.
I really do.
I'm probably not advocate for that. You probably die.
Don't do that.
If you're listening, do not do that. This is all simply observation.
Don't do coke before football games.
Or ever.
Yeah,
probably ever is actually a better advice.
Speaking of drugs, though, you're kind of the captain of Zen, as they call you. Logan's actually thinking about potential benefits of zinning.
No.
It's essentially like caffeine, as you describe it.
Yeah,
Tropic.
There are actually quite a few benefits to it, but I will say I have been cutting back. I have one Zin left in the can right down there, and once I'm done with that one, I'm gonna go cold turkey for a while.
Is that what you're giving up for Lent?
Actually, no. I didn't even just happen to be at the same time, but I did tell Aubrey that when we got married, I would not be doing Zins at that part. No, not really. Yeah, so I mean, she doesn't have like a huge problem with it. Just like the fact that I'm like addicted to it is basically the only bad thing. Because I honestly don't think it's like that bad for your health wise. Like it's a way better alternative than like vaping or obviously like smoking or chewing. True. So it just got FDA approved. So.
What does it feel like to be like addicted to it though? Like, are you constantly just thinking about it?
No, I've had one today and that's like totally fine.
How many milligrams?
That's 6.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say it's something like where I'm like itching for it if I don't for a long time. Like I could feel probably like a difference after like a day or two, but it's like after that it's like just like with caffeine. Like if you were to stop cold turkey and never have like not having a cup of coffee in the morning before your lift, you would feel a little different. But then after a few days, you'd be like, oh, I'm like normal again. You like could feel normal.
I just don't have to like wake up in the middle of the night for coffee.
I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night for a zit. I've never done that.
There's been guys, not naming names, would never name a name.
I think I know what you're talking about.
That have slept with like 4 zins in their mouth.
In their in between their toes.
I've never heard that.
That's not. There's no way that even absorbs it, though.
I don't know. I heard it. He was on the team, not on the team
It's
anymore.
like superstition.
But he ate like a whole thing of like these nicotine gummies. I don't even know what they were, but ate a whole thing. No, they were caffeine or something. Ate a whole thing and then put like 8 zins in. Just absolutely addicted. He's not here anymore. I think he was your class, though. We'll stop there, but
I know you're talking
great
about.
Guy,
yeah, I love it.
That's what makes you scared of starting. It's like, do I have to put these things in between my toes at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the point where I need to put it between my toes or sleep with them in. So
that's good.
So that's good. Yeah, do a little detox for it for a while. Probably like through the wedding. Then after that, reevaluate, see where we're at.
The beer's going well, you can phase it back in.
Yeah, maybe a little bit here and there, special occasions type of deal. But
speaking of putting things in your mouth, we have some things we'd like you to put in your mouth.
That was a smooth
blindfolded. Okay, so go ahead and slip that blindfold on. For you listeners, this might be kind of the more boring part, but for y'all watching,
here we go.
Should be entertaining.
Put it on your face.
Thank you.
Hand me some of the sandwiches, please, sir.
Probably make sure the sandwiches isn't, or the mic isn't like right from my mouth. I don't want them to do any like chewing and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. Wait, am I able to see like what brands it is first?
We'll tell you the brands. So right now we have Wingstop, Popeyes, KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King.
Yeah, I've only had 2 of those burgers before.
So, if you get these all right, Hurkett said he would donate $500 to any charity of your choice.
Are you serious?
Yes, he did.
There's no way.
Okay. Let me get these out for you. And then just so you can't feel the buns, I will have to feed you.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yes. The buns might give it away. Very thick buns. Crispy buns.
Those actually look good too.
I know. I got myself one.
This is actually pretty nice. I haven't eaten in a few hours.
Careful for the seed oils. I'll be alright.
So what are we gonna
pretty sure
do?
fake.
We have him take a bite and then just name it right away. Is that how we're gonna do this?
I might need a couple retests, like retests on some things if I want.
Maximum 3 retests. That's the rule.
Yeah. Infinity Gauntlet.
I watched Dude Perfect do this once. Fun fact.
Yeah. They used to. They must have got it from us.
I think they did. Should have got a spicy one, bro.
I thought about it, but then I wanted it to be a level playing field.
Ghost pepper. Okay. Do you like pickles?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, good.
There's nothing I really don't like in a sandwich.
This is a lot of chicken.
You had lunch yet, Graves?
Yeah, I had a sandwich.
Okay.
Chicken sandwich.
We got 5 for you.
No, it's like the deli sandwiches they have in the refuel.
Okay. Well, shall we get started?
Let's get started.
Okay. First up.
We'll have our...
So first one we have...
Good choice.
Open your wine. There you go. Nice.
We could honestly just let him feel the bun. That was kind of weird.
That is true. You can feel the bun for the bun.
Yeah, I don't think the bun is really going to give it away.
Yeah, true.
It's definitely Popeyes or KFC.
Okay.
Because chicken, like crispy. I have no idea what like a Wingstop burger would even be like, though.
True.
Well, that's a good thing because it's not a burger. It's a chicken sandwich.
That is true.
Make sure you guys are close up to your mics, too. I don't know if
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I didn't want to like, be chewing.
Yeah. Oh, these are
Am I gonna pull it off?
You're
That's good.
Am I good? Am I good right now?
There you go.
Good.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Next up.
Should I lock in my guess, or can I do the next one?
Oh, yeah, lock in your guess.
Lock it in, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to go Popeyes.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go, right there. Nice.
Hold it up for him, Logan. Right there. Very tasty.
Yeah, you can take that.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. It's not McDonald's. I don't know if it's Burger King. I'm going to say that one's Wingstop.
Okay.
Okay.
You're doing
Really good, dude.
I feel like I'm overdue right now.
All right. Sandwich number 3.
This one's my personal favorite. Not to give it away, but
There you go.
I can already feel the chicken.
Good.
He's really thinking about this one.
I have no
Let the
clue.
juices cover the inside of your cheeks.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go KFC
Okay.
for this one.
Gosh, you are a natural.
I have a question. Are these like the basic burgers? Like, if you go to McDonald's, you can get like McChicken or like the
Yeah,
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
they're basic. They are basic.
their basic burger, because I don't know if it's like
Basic chicken sandwich, yeah. Basic chicken
You
sandwich.
call it a burger one more time.
whatever sandwich.
Okay.
Same thing.
This one's my personal favorite.
Really?
I think so. There you go, sir.
So these are all chicken sandwiches.
They,
Is that what you guys have been saying?
we told you, they're all
Oh, you
chicken
told me that?
sandwiches.
Oh, so that's why.
I thought you just called them burgers anyway.
Well, now I feel like everyone is wrong.
Hey, just be confident.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go with Burger King. I don't know.
That's
Really good.
really good. Okay.
That's the last one.
Last one.
All right, let's just do this over. McDonald's.
No.
Okay, you got that one.
There
Let's
you
go.
go.
So
Nice
I was
job.
1 for 5 then.
You were 1 for 5.
You were one.
Dude,
for-
I
That's better than.
It's better than we've seen because it's our first time doing
Yes.
this.
So first one was KFC. You guessed Popeyes.
Okay.
Second one was Burger King. You guessed
not Burger King.
I guess Wingstop.
The
Wingstop.
thing is, you would say like the right one every
Yeah.
time, and then you say something else.
Really?
Yeah, you had it initially.
Yeah. 1 for 5 though, not bad. I got
That's
a
a new
feeling.
record. That's the only record.
That is true.
I do have the record of the segment, so
Yes.
I can live with that.
I had a feeling you were gonna get the first one right, or the
McDonald's is impressive. I mean, that shows your
Really
loyalty to McDonald's.
Yeah, the McDonald's, I feel like the bun actually did make a difference on McDonald's one.
You're
Buns
better
always
or
make a
worse?
difference.
Or like the feel of it.
It's like, yeah, the feel of it. It's just like lower quality, you know, like thinner, like not as
Yeah, girthy.
yeah.
Which one was your favorite, if you had to say?
You know, now that I think about it, I can't remember which ones were good. So
That's fine.
I would
That's
say
totally okay.
I would say they're all equal except probably McDonald's. McDonald's isn't. You're not going to McDonald's to get the chicken sandwich. You know, you want to
Maybe a
get
filet
the
of fish.
if you're Michael Scott,
True.
This guy higher up wellness. I don't know if you guys know him.
you're going to get nugs, chickens.
Nugs. Yeah.
But I agree. I personally would never go to McDonald's to get nugs, but you do. Speaking of this guy higher up wellness, he's a fitness influencer on Instagram. Who are your top 3 Instagram influencers that you follow right now? Do you have any?
Influencers.
And it can't be us. LockerTalk.
That's the obvious.
Yeah.
Shoot. I do follow Joe Rogan. Does that count as an influencer? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Joe Rogan. I've been talking to you about this a lot. His new podcast with Elon Musk is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow him. Charlie Kirk is one I follow, and then Ben Shapiro. Pretty funny. Yeah. Actually, Matt Walsh. I'm gonna give you my top 4. Matt Walsh.
Were you with me when I saw him?
Oh, in
Nashville?
No, I wasn't.
That was hilarious.
You actually saw him in Nashville?
Yeah, he was in the hotel we were staying in, and he was just walking.
No way.
Past me, I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you say hi to him?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, his movies are pretty funny. His documentaries.
I just watched one last night.
Did you?
Yeah. Second one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Great guy. I think who I follow. I like the fitness pages mainly. Like the lifting stuff.
Fitness.
Larry Wheels.
Yeah.
Or Sam Sulek.
He's insane. Yeah.
He just won a bodybuilding competition, I believe.
Did he win it?
I don't know.
I know he did.
Oh, I thought it was.
Like he did. I don't know.
I thought it was it Sam, or doesn't he have a brother too that does bodybuilding?
I'm not sure.
Or maybe I'm
It
thinking
looked just
something
like
else.
Sam, I don't know.
Oh,
He got a
okay. Maybe it
haircut.
was just
He did
him.
get it.
Oh, it was the haircut. That's what it was.
Which he needs a new one. That does not look good. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was a freaking different person. So.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you like the longer hair?
I think he just goes short, like yours or something.
Oh, thank you.
Not yours, but short like yours.
Yeah, you can't have mine. It's on my head.
Shut up.
Jeez.
So we like to typically wrap up with just a quick segment about how your faith has helped you in your sports journey, if it has at all. Because I know you're a Christian man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's helped a lot. I mean, there's something that we talk about a lot, like just topics that have been brought up to me in church, like AIA, Bible studies, like that kind of thing, particularly with athletics, and it's just like your identity. And a lot of like high-level athletes have identity crisis in their life, and they just put so much of their, like, who they are in their sport. And so that's something that I've really focused on not doing throughout my career. I think it just helps so much. Because then it's like you don't tie your worth as a person to like how you play on a Saturday, or like if a practice went well or not, because there's always going to be ones that like were terrible. And so like if you tied all your worth into that, like you would be able to get out of bed. Like you feel like a terrible person. So I think just like putting your identity in something that isn't changing and that's just like always there is really important and like helpful, especially for us as athletes. So it's helped me in that way a lot.
Is that something like you were born into, like reborn into your faith, or is it something like as you got older, like you started to realize and like develop more of a Christian background?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like grew up in a Christian home. Like grew up going to like church camp, and I like worked at a Christian camp like all throughout middle school and high school and that kind of thing. So I definitely like grew up in the church, but once you go to college, it is different because at that point, like, you don't have anybody forcing you to go to church or Bible study or that kind of thing. And so you kind of have to, like, make your faith your own at that point. And so I kind of did, like, make that decision my freshman year. Like, yeah, this is something I want to, like, pursue in my life, like, for the rest of my life. And, like, continue to try and get closer to Jesus and all that. So I kind of made that decision when I first got here. That was, like, going to be my own, so.
Awesome. Really cool. That's a cool story. I like to hear that. Well, thank you very much for coming on the pod. We had a great time with you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Shout out Amber and Mark for creating this wonderful human being. Mom and Dad,
You guys
great
raised
job.
them very well.
Yes, you did.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank you.